What's up, gamers? It's your boy, Launchpad 1412. Excited to be back with some Madden 23 gameplay here. We got the Alphabet Series, episode 23. The Patriots up the bat. At this juncture in the series, we are 17-5. It's a pretty good record. I gotta admit, a little bit better record than what I expected to be. You just never know who you're gonna play, like an opponent like this. But let's talk about the Patriots versus Eagles for a second. I've been lucky enough to witness 2 Super Bowls involving these two teams. Shout out to my boy Reggie in heaven, one of my groomsmen, man, one of my brothers, the big homie. He was a huge Eagles fan, and he was able to see them get a Super Bowl win thanks to Nick Foles, aka Folgers in Your Cup, to help them propel them to a Super Bowl. And he was able to witness that, so I'm definitely very happy about that. I'll never forget Nick Foles for that. And I'll also never forget Nick Foles because I remember when me and Reggie went to one of the preseason games, and he had a pretty good game. Not a great game, but he had a pretty good game. But I saw the potential. So for years, I was telling people, I said, man, Nick Foles, man, Foles is in your cup, man. He, you know what I mean? Look at that interception right there. My goodness. Foles is in your cup, man. I was like, man, he got a little bit of skill set. He got some game. But people thought I was crazy for years. So to see him do good in those playoffs and then do what he did in that Super Bowl and win it against Tom Brady, that was like probably one of those moments where that was like the ultimate, like, I told you so. So shout out to Nick Foles for that, man, and of course shout out to my brother Reggie in heaven, man. Rest in peace, brother. I love you, man. But let's get into this game. So now we have an opponent. Let me give you guys some history on this opponent a bit. This guy has over 700 wins. I think he has 790 wins and 640 losses. That's almost 1,500 games played. And this is what I'm going up against right now. Now, I say that to say this. The way this guy plays disappointed me just a bit. As we go deep right here in double coverage, I did not see that corner coming. I thought I had one-on-one. And let's talk about how he plays. So this guy was sending heavy blitz versus I want to call this guy Matt Castle so bad, but I believe this is Matt Jones. Like, man, I forgot this guy's name. I can't even. Is it Mac Jones or Matt Jones? How did I forget this quarterback's name? Well, I know his last name is Jones, but look at that, man. That was a huge play on that 4th down to 10. First down to 10, we go for it. I mean, we're not necessarily going for it, but we go for a pass, obviously, because it's the end of the second quarter. So we ended up getting this field goal. So we was able to get this field goal because of that pass, but this guy Jones throws it so slow that it almost feels like our opponent was like taking mad advantage of of his ability to throw the ball so slow. So we wasn't really able to get many yards in the passing game, which is cool. Man, look at that conversion on 3rd down and 2. My goodness. But it's just basically this is what I'm trying to say overall. And not necessarily about how he played. I'm not necessarily disappointed. I'm a little disappointed, but not really. It's not necessarily the point of what I'm trying to say. The point I'm trying to say is that you have to try to adjust. It's your boy. We're going up 2 scores right here with that touchdown. You have to try to adjust to your opponent. Some opponents quicker than normal, and then some opponents, you gotta take time and wait for a specific thing to happen. Now, when you do that, it's something you really got to have a feel for. There's no necessarily specific answer I can give you as to when you should do that. That's the thing about life sometimes. Sometimes things are just more of a feeling, and he got unlucky there with that drop. Some things is more of a feeling versus this is how you do this, So, with that said, this guy, he was blitzing heavy, okay? He was blitzing heavy. He even was blitzing himself. Giving himself, as he goes for 2 right here, giving himself an advantage because, like I said, Jones, it takes him 10 years to get the ball off. So what I had to do in this game is I had to run the ball a lot. As you can see, I've been running heavy, even though right here I luckily caught him in the zone, and I think even my receiver bumped one of his defenders a little bit. So I got kind of lucky on that 4th and 3. But what I had to do was run the ball a whole lot. And I had to get a little bit lucky. Like that 4th down and 10 play where I converted. I'm going to break that play down for a second. Now, I seen that he was blitzing himself, and he was just basically causing all kinds of corruption. So what I had to do, just in case you guys need to do this, I had to watch him as he was coming in for the blitz, and I had to throw it in blind faith that my receiver was going to do the same route versus that same corner that he did the play before to get that first down. And that first down was huge because it put me up 3 points. And because of that, we're up 4 at this juncture in the game. And we was able to win the game going 18-5. But I said to say that sometimes you got to do some weird adjustments to win these games versus certain opponents. Now, does it feel 100% right that you had to do something like that? No, but at the same time, it is what it is. If you're trying to win and you want to play the game, sometimes you got to make those type of weird adjustments. I literally had to watch him come in and throw it as soon as he was able to get in there. I had to 1 second before he was able to get to me. Don't get me wrong. People get blitz plays and all that. It's cool, blitz packages, but it's just like, dang, this dude was sending everybody, and 3 guys was covering. It was just kind of wild, man. It was this adjustment. This was a tough game mentally, and I think that's why I'm talking about it like this. But we did get the dub. We did get the dub. 18-5, man. Your boy